Hey y'all. Y'all see we got a new name. Y'all see we got a logo. Y'all see we Shout out to my girl Tia for making the art for our new podcast name, Let Me Cook, because the dynamic of this podcast is going to change a little bit. I want to switch it up, and you're going to see today in this episode. But first, hi you all, how y'all doing today? If you can't hear, it is raining here. I am in the mountains. It's pretty nice. It's pretty calming, but yet very dreary and sad and valid to talk about what I want to talk about in today's podcast episode. So I just want to include or kind of introduce you guys to the new dynamic. I want to start off podcast episodes by saying a statement that can be completely taken out of context, and then I want to say let me cook, because I do that in real life all the time. I'll be talking with friends, I'll be talking with family, I'll be in class and I'll say something so outrageous and I'll literally be like, all right, y'all, let me cook though, let me cook. And I'll literally back up everything I'm saying after, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel that that's valid to bring over here to the podcast, because you're going to peek inside my mind and see how I think. And today's episode isn't very informational. I mean, it can be. You can learn something from this podcast episode, but I just kind of want to talk about where I am mentally, what I'm grieving, what I'm healing through, what I'm going through, my mental state and everything. And there's been one consistent topic, which is obviously today's episode, that I just want to get off my chest. And I want to preface by saying, this is how I feel in the moment. This is my feelings. This is my emotional status towards this topic. Things will change, and that's why I like to document it. Because 30-year-old Day is probably going to look at this episode one day and really feel for me now. And I think it's also just really cool to document the growth and my journey. So, I want to start the podcast episode off by saying the one thought that even sparked this whole topic in my mind was, I was talking to my mom and we were talking about my dad, my biological dad. And, cause I have a stepdad as well, but, we were talking about my dad, and I don't even like saying that. That's so weird. My father. And I told her, I said, Mom, if my father were to die today, I'm not sure I would go to his funeral. And that's just going to be the opening statement for today's episode. I know, Deja, how could you say that? Deja, that's so wild. Deja, that's 50% of you. That's your family. That's your blood, baby. How could you say that? If he dropped dead today, you wouldn't have any regrets. You wouldn't have any worries. You wouldn't be upset. Why wouldn't you go? You wouldn't want to go pay your respects. You wouldn't go see your family. Baby, I've been feeling like I've been in that grieving state for probably the past 10 years of my life. Mind you, I'm 21. I've been grieving a father almost half my life. And I say that statement out of anger. I say that statement out of curiosity. I say that statement out of love too. I say that statement with so many emotions behind it, and I kind of want to deep dive into why. Like I said, this has been something that I've been currently just thinking about and trying to have more compassion and understanding towards my father, and trying to heal that part of me that was always yearning for the love of my father. And I still am. I'm not even going to say was. I still am. And just kind of come clean to you about being a daddyless daughter. And I think it all started when I started taking relationships seriously. That's already a point in itself. Growing up, I never viewed relationships with men serious. I never viewed them as long term. I always viewed relationships with men as temporary, just in the moment, and like, obviously I want to get married. Obviously I have dreams about what my future husband looks like, da da da. But when it comes to the present moment and when I'm actually interacting with a man or like talking or dating a man, I always am like, okay, next. Like, I'm always in that constant state of this is temporary, this is temporary, this is temporary. And obviously that's to protect my feelings, right? That's to protect little Deja that would sit on the doorstep waiting for her dad to come, and he never did. So it was just like, okay guys, this isn't serious. Don't take it serious. Don't take it to heart. It's temporary. It's temporary. It's temporary, right? And I've just been reflecting on how I am in relationships, and I've been really, really mean. Just cold, mean, shut off. I actually just went through a situation where I just shut down completely from one miscommunication, from one just misinterpretation. Let's say that. And like, y'all, I'm talking about, I'm quick to shut down and end a conversation that makes no sense to me. And I'm not bragging about this, by the way, but I am quick. If me and a guy are talking and I feel invalidated, I feel unheard, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to be making me feel this way on purpose. It could just be, we're not communicating well enough, or, you know what I'm saying, questions weren't, it could be something really simple. If I feel in any way invalid or unheard, I shut down. Goodbye, hanging up, not texting you back, whatever. Cool, you got it. Very dismissive. Very much like, at first I'm very caring, and then if you make me feel unheard or invalid a second time, it's just like, all right, cool, good off you. I'm not finna keep doing this with you. Like, little Deja is just like, all right, cool. I don't care, right? And that's not okay, because that's not how communication goes in relationships. And obviously I'm talking, specifically men and women. That's how I date. Specifically, I'm talking about romantic relationships, obviously. And not having a father, it impacted me a lot. And I think it's important to come clean about it so that I can self-reflect and continue to do the shadow work that I've already started. But that was kind of what made me realize, damn, I'm really impacted by not having a father. Is how I was in relationships. And how I am in relationships. Like, now I'm bold enough and I'm confident enough to tell guys, like, hey, look, I ain't even trying to be like that with you right now, baby. Like, I promise you don't want to talk to me right now. You do not want me. You see a good woman, yes, but I'm healing from absent father trauma, right? And I'd rather just do that on my own, or do that with, I'd rather just heal, you know what I'm saying, before I get into something. And I'm glad that I've gotten to a point in my life where I can, just outright say that and be like, look, you know what I'm saying, this ain't that. We could be cool, we could be friends, but I ain't even trying to get like that, shawty. Because it got to a point where I would just lead people on. And this was back in high school mainly. I would just kind of like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, yeah, I love you, yes, I'm here. And then I would just ghost. And then I got to college and I started taking relationships more seriously, and I was like, wait, this ain't nice. Like, I'm literally just my father 2.0. Like, stop ghosting these people. And I'm gonna use that to segue into my story, my background. I know maybe there will be, family members from his side, or maybe he will listen to this episode one day and be like, damn, like, you really gonna sit here and say that about him like that? You really gonna? Yes, I am, because this is my story. This is how I feel. This is my experience. And while you may know him under a different light, I don't, because guess what? He never came around. Okay? So I just want to get that out the way because I already know it's going to be some hell. You know what I'm saying? After this episode drops. But I'm here to speak my truth and where I am mentally. And this is the main thing at the front of my mind. So boom. The other day, just before I get into my story, the other day I was listening to a TED Talk. And his name was, give me 2 of your seconds, please. Give me 2 seconds of your time while I look up his name because I want to give him credit, you know? His name was Kent D. Ballard Jr. and his TED Talk on absent fathers. And he said the term, or he gave the term peekaboo dad. He gave like a hollow dad, a Disney dad, an invisible dad, a peekaboo dad, angel dad. He gave different references to different types of father figures, right? And he said peekaboo dad. And instantly I was like, yup, that's me. That's me, peekaboo. He here, he not. Is he peekaboo? You like, as soon as he said that, I was like, that's me. And in his words, a peekaboo dad is a dad who, you know, he used the example of him sitting on the ledge or his grandma's couch, and he would peek out the curtains, and sometimes his dad would walk up and look right at him, or he would peek out the curtains, and you know, sometimes he wasn't there, and that was me completely. So I just want to say that because I'm going to be using that term or that word reference, peekaboo dad, a lot. So growing up, I, first of all, was born out of wedlock. If you don't know, that means my parents weren't married. My mom had me at 19. I don't know how old my dad was. I don't know how old he is till this day. But he's a little bit older than her. I want to say he was maybe 20, 21. And so they had me very young. And when I was little, he was around. I don't really have any recollection of, you know, those years. I have like little memories from like, you know, Christmas, or you know how it be when you remember that one specific birthday party when you were 3. Like, you know, I have memories like that, but I don't have any recollection of him being in my house. And the memories that I do have is, you know, him and my mom would argue a lot, and I just would see, I wouldn't see any abuse, like any physical abuse, but I did see a lot of verbal abuse growing up between my parents. And eventually my mom, you know, she got tired of it, and it was just us. Now my Nana, which is my mom's mom, was always in my house. She's like my second mom, literally, my best friend. And I also grew up with 2 uncles. One uncle, he's 8 years older than me, and then the other uncle, I believe he's like 17 years older than me, something like that. So we grew up very close, and I do appreciate them for, you know, stepping in and, you know, just taking care of me and being there for me as a child. Till this day, you know, we're still pretty close, but we live in completely different states, so we make the most out of what we can. Anyways, so my dad would be in and out, right? I have my most consistent memory is me sitting at the doorstep waiting for my dad to come. Like, why is that so normalized? Why tell your child you're going to come if you know damn well you're not coming? Why not tell your child, or even if you plan on coming and you're running late, like even the reassurance of, hey, you know, I'm on the way, I had to stop and do something real quick. Like, even that is reassuring. But some men just genuinely will not do it. And sorry, little Deja is fired up. I know y'all can hear it. But I would sit on that doorstep for hours. Waiting. Looking out the door. Any car that passed. Was that him? No, okay. And maybe that's 3 out of 10 times he would come. You know, those times we wouldn't even do anything. We would sit in the car, maybe grab some food, and just talk. And talk. And talk. And I thrived in those times where I just wanted his attention. I just wanted to talk to him. I just wanted him to listen to me. I just wanted him to spill some knowledge, because my father is a very intelligent man. That's one thing I will never take from him, is he's very intelligent. He can hold a very deep conversation. He has a lot of wisdom. He's very wise. He's very knowledgeable. He's very smart. Now, he's very smart in some instances. But I would always just thrive whenever he would tell me anything, right? School, life, whatever. I just wanted to hear it. And like I said, that was probably 30, not even 30. That was probably like 13% of my childhood was when we would actually have those moments, right? And then I got to middle school, and my dad, my mom actually got married, and they're no longer together, but Ben, who's my stepdad, he stepped in, and he's still a part of my life, and I will forever appreciate him, because he stepped in, and you know, he did what he could, and he still does what he can, and I will forever appreciate him. And I don't want to undermine any of his impact in my life, because I do appreciate the men that stuck with me and continue to stay with me. This is not about them. I don't want to sit here and act like I don't have any type of male, figure in my life. Like, I have my uncles, I have Ben, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ben. Like, I have my corner, but there's something so oddly specific about not having your dad, your father. You know what I mean? So I got to middle school, I was around Ben. Ben and I built a relationship, And then I got to college. Oh, Deja, damn. Middle school to college. What happened? You ain't gonna tell us more? Middle school to college, I mean, damn. What else? What happened in between, baby? Nothing. Nothing. I have no school dances with my father. My high school graduation, no father. 8th grade graduation, no father. Shout out to Ben. He did come to my high school graduation. But you know what I mean. From, I want to say, the 4th or 5th grade up until college, I had no type of communication with him. I mean, it would be a happy birthday. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's really, we may have seen each other maybe 2 or 3 times in between those years. And like I said, it, for some reason, would always result to my mom. We would always end up having a conversation about how she's the reason we don't have a bond. Because I would always bring up the question of, why don't you come around? What's going on? And he would always, well, your mom. And just to sum that up, because I don't want to get too personal. Like I said in the beginning, they didn't have the best relationship. Cool. They were young, whatever. They got their business. I ain't here for all that. But, my mom was very protective and is very protective over me. And she saw how much, my father, saying he was going to do something, not doing it, affected me. She saw that. And she would be the one to console me, because I would literally, y'all, as it rains harder, I'm weak. I would bawl my eyes out and cry and cry and cry and just be like, what is, like, why? So my mom over time got even angrier, because not only did he disrespect her in their relationship, but, and I'm not saying she didn't disrespect him, by the way, but not only is she angry because of, or does she have that anger from their past relationship, but now you're hurting her baby girl. You feel me? And so, yeah, when he came around, my mom would be like, it's more to the story. Like, he would kind of try to initiate flirting, and my mom would be like, you over here trying to flirt, but how about your fucking daughter? Right? Like, you over here trying to do this, that, and the third, but like, you don't even know your daughter's shoe size. You don't even know your daughter this. You don't even know your daughter. And it would turn into a situation of, or his end statement would always be, your mom is the reason why I wasn't around. I didn't want to be involved in that. I didn't want that drama. I didn't want to deal with the arguing. And just to preface, my mom, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to sit here and paint her out as a perfect angel, because my mom can argue, okay? I grew up with 2 Pisces parents, okay? My mom and my father are both Pisces. Like, if you know anything about Pisces, I know this ain't about astrology, and I'm not even going to sit here and claim that. I'm just saying it for the girls that get it. You feel me? We ain't even going to deep dive into astrology, because I know some people, oh, you one of them. Yes, okay? Like, that's not my firm belief, but I like to throw it in there from time to time for a little humor, feel me? Anyways, so whenever I would talk to him, he would be like, yeah, you know, your mom. And it got to a point where I was like, you know what? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it. You know, I wouldn't want to deal with that too. He would be like, well, I just wanted you to get older. And here I am in college, and the only time I talk to him is when I reach out to him. Right? And I also get really angry, because how can you let the mother of your child, granted, my mom never, you know what I'm saying, did anything in the court. Like, she may have issued child support when I was 16, but she never had any visitation rights. She ain't ever, you know, you want to see her daughter, okay, cool. Tell her you gonna come and come then. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more of that. My mom ain't never, you know, how you can't see her. My mom kept it thorough with me too. Like, my mom will always keep it a buck with me. Hey, I don't think he coming. Hey, you know, hey. Like, she will always, you know what I'm saying, keep it a buck with me. So I appreciate my mom for that. But I get angry because it's like, how do you let that get in between you and your child? You feel me? Like, how do you, like, okay, yeah, y'all argue this and the third, but how hard is it to pull up to the crib, text her, okay, I'm here, let me come outside, and you see your daughter? Like, I just don't respect a man who allows drama to get in the way between him and his child. You feel me? My mom ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a part of me that I still have to heal, and I still have to have compassion with him for, because, you know, the little bit of things that I do know about him is I don't believe he had a very consistent father in his life either. So I try my best to come from an understanding, compassionate, loving point of view now that I'm older and now that I'm wiser. I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't give him the benefit of the doubt, because hell no. You're still a grown man, you know what I'm saying? You know right from wrong at the end of the day. But when it comes to just communication and, you know, how to move and articulate yourself well, and, you know, integrity and accountability, I just look at him like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But I'm healing this part of me, y'all. I really am, because I'm tired of being this cold individual. Like, I'm a very loving, very affectionate, very, you know what I'm saying, genuine girl. Like, anybody that's ever dealt with me before will tell you, like, you know what I'm saying, something about her. Like, I would always hear that, like, you're loving, but like, damn, you cold. Like, I would always hear that, and it's like, not on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I could be a good girlfriend. I could be loving. I could be there for you. Like, I'm a very, very good woman, and people see that all the time. But what you don't know is I can be very, very stern, very cold. I can shut myself out and block off certain things to avoid feeling hurt. Because the moment, like I said, the moment them feelings arrive, little Deja comes out, and I gotta protect her. You feel me? Because those days, you know, when I was younger and I felt that, it built a lot of, I don't want to say resentment, but I think that is the term, resentment, in me. And I'm trying to, forgive, heal, and, love. Slowly but surely, because, excuse me, I did not mean to burp in the mic like that, but excuse me. I say this to myself all the time, and y'all probably hear this in the pod too. I'm here. I can't wait to be a mom. I can't wait to be a mom. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to have a family and da-da-da. And it's like, well, Deja, you gotta fix yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have a healthy, long-lasting relationship if you still have parts of you that shut down and react negatively. And you know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect everything to be peaches and cream when you aren't. I don't want to say completely healed, because I think we're constantly in a healing state, but when you aren't forgiving of things that have happened to you, because I'm still to this day like, why, bruh? Why? Sometimes I internalize it. Sometimes I ask myself, what did I do? What? And you know what's so weird? My father will always tell me, you're my smartest child. You're my brightest child. You're my wisest child. So why the hell are you not here supporting me? You feel me? Like, why, if I am your smartest child, and granted, I grew up an only child, and my mom's only child, but my dad has 4 children. What's the point of saying that? Okay, you trying to make me feel like, when I was younger, of course that would validate me. I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm the smartest, hey. But it was never in no degrading to my siblings. Like, I would never degrade my siblings. It would just light me up, because oh my gosh, my dad just validated me. Like, I just got something good. I would internalize that and I would take that in. But as I get older, it's like, bro, you know how mindless you have to be? How pathetic you have to be to tell a child, you're my smartest child, you're my brightest child, you're my wisest child, and not be there for any events, no graduations, no, you feel me? It's just backhanded. It feels very backhanded. And like I said, I'm still healing, and I hope one day, this is funny, but little me still yearns for that father. And this is to go full circle back to my first statement of the funeral. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I don't think he's ever gonna come around. I'm kind of just losing hope, but little me still yearns for that, because every little girl needs their father. You know what I'm saying? Every little girl. Shout out to all the fathers, all the present fathers, all the fathers who take care of their children, all the fathers who are attentive to their children, all the fathers who love their children, and not love, but you know what I'm saying, show love to their children and don't just tell it to them. Shout out to the present fathers. I pray that one day, I get to a healing point to where I can birth a child out of a healthy, beautiful relationship. And 10 years, 5 years, 2 years later on down the line, my perspective of my original statement about the funeral may change. It may change, but right now that's where I stand, and I'm gonna keep working on myself. I'm gonna keep doing the shadow work, you know what I'm saying, to get to that point of a healthy, beautiful family. I am, because my future children are deserving of a present father, and I can't give that to them until I am a healthy factor in a relationship. Not saying that I'm always the problem, but you know what I'm saying, I have my ways and I gotta get out of them. Y'all get what I'm saying. I just gotta get to that point, you feel me? And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and be open with y'all, because I guess it also sparked from guys just seeing a good woman, and a good woman who, takes good care of herself and is wise and da da da. They see a good woman, they immediately think like, oh, we gotta be in a relationship. Oh, I'm in love with you. Oh, you're such a good woman. I gotta marry you. Y'all won't believe how many people have told me that without even knowing me. And it scares me because it's like, little do you know I'm broken. Like, little do you know there's bits and pieces of me that will hurt you, cut you deep. Like, there are bits and pieces of me that will forever scar you if you talk to me right now. And you just see what's on the outside. So you thinking, oh, okay. Nah, it ain't that. And I'm currently working on that right now. And the communication, I'm learning how to communicate better. Shout out to I'm my friend is helping me. And he's very helpful. I'm just going through the motions, y'all. I'm just going through the motions. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking right now. But I'm putting my best foot forward every single day, and I'm learning to forgive. And for the people that, for my family members that are on my dad's side, and if he's listening, just know that this is all out of my own experience, and this is coming from my heart, right? So don't try to invalidate me. Don't try to bring nothing to me. I don't care to talk. You had 21 years to sit there and try to reason and rationalize. I close that door, right? I'm not here for the drama. I'm not here to sit here and negotiate. I'm here to move forward and build relationships and love. And if y'all aren't coming to me with that type of timing, I don't even want to do this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to all the girls out there who are also fatherless, I feel for you. I love you. And please keep your head up. Have faith. Continue to work on yourself, because the love that you are deserving of is out there. Promise. Put yourself first. Don't go out here getting validation and, hey, you done heard it 1,000,001 times. Put yourself first. Pour into your own cup. You feel me? Love yourself first, and I promise it will come, because it's showing in my own life experience with the people that I'm interacting with. So just keep loving, bro. Keep forgiving. Keep doing that shadow work. I created a Patreon. I'm gonna talk more about that in the next episode, I'm excited for that, because I've been cooking on that one. But yeah. And for all the people out there who have experienced a present dad, listen, I love this for you. I pray that you just continue to appreciate him, love him, value him. And shout out to, my stepdad and my uncles for filling in that spot, taking on that role. I'll forever appreciate y'all. And I love y'all with everything in me. And until next episode, go ahead and give this a rating. If you're watching on Spotify or Apple Music, you're watching on YouTube, give this a like. Go ahead, subscribe, add your girl, follow your girl on Instagram at DAYYXSANAE. Sorry for the loud car. There's obnoxious guys out here that just loves their mufflers. But yeah. Okay. Sorry for the outside noise, y'all. We gonna get a studio one day. But I love y'all, and y'all have a good one. Peace.